Scorpio, it's January 25th, and here is your reading for today. Knight of Cups. This card screams romantic pursuit and emotional exploration. You're feeling that pull to chase after something dreamy or creative, maybe writing poetry instead of grinding through your usual routine. The Knight of Cups asks you to follow your heart, to express your feelings without holding back. But don't get lost in fantasy. You knew this already, daydreaming is fun, but ignoring practical matters won't get you far. Balance that charm and idealism with a little reality check. The Knight of Cups lights a path toward new emotional territory, but it's your job to keep your feet on the ground while you explore those depths. Four of Cups. Now, this card is about contemplation and reevaluation. You might be stuck in a loop of boredom or discontent, just staring at the same old options and feeling nothing moves you. The Four of Cups is saying, look closer. Don't dismiss new opportunities just because they don't scream excitement right away. You could be daydreaming about what's missing without taking any action, and that's exactly the trap here. Break the routine, shake things up. Maybe that email or message you ignored is actually worth a second glance. You can't afford to stay complacent, not now. This is about reflecting on what you really want and being brave enough to seek it out, even if it means stepping into the unknown. The Devil. This card is raw and blunt, temptation and bondage staring you in the face. Maybe you're caught in a toxic cycle or overindulging in something that's holding you back. The Devil tells you to confront those unhealthy patterns head on. Don't pretend they're not there or that you can handle it by ignoring the problem. You might be stuck in a relationship or habit that feels like control, but really it's entrapment. You have the power to break free, but first you have to acknowledge the chains. The Devil warns against self-sabotage and denial. You've got to face your fears and be brutally honest about what's really going on. Freedom starts with that truth, no matter how uncomfortable it feels. So Scorpio, January 25th throws you between chasing dreams and facing realities. The Knight of Cups invites you to embrace your emotional side, but the Four of Cups wants you to question whether you're really seeing the full picture. Then the Devil slaps you with the truth about what's holding you back. Don't lie to yourself. It's time to act, not just feel or think. Break the toxic loops, step out of your comfort zone, and take the reins of your own story. You're not just a dreamer today. You're the one who decides what's real and what stays behind. Death. This card is hitting hard for you, Scorpio, right now. It's not about actual death, no. It's the kind of ending that clears space for something new. I'm seeing you closing a chapter that's been draining your energy, maybe a toxic relationship or a mindset that's held you back. You knew this already, but death is pushing you to let go completely. No half measures here. You can't keep one foot in the past and expect to move forward. That old story? It's done. You've been hanging on to pain or comfort that's actually choking your growth. The energy around death demands action. Pack up what no longer serves you and walk away. Maybe that means cutting ties with someone who's been toxic, like the Devil warned before. Or finally stopping the cycle of boredom and dissatisfaction Four of Cups showed you. The Knight of Cups whispered about following your heart, but Death says, follow your real heart, not the fantasy or fear. Actually, no, this isn't just about endings. It's also about transformation. You might be scared. Change is uncomfortable. But death is telling you to lean into that discomfort. I'm seeing you shedding old skins, maybe moving to a new place, or starting a fresh routine that breaks the cycle of apathy. It's not just a reset, it's a rebirth. You don't just survive the change, you come out renewed, stronger. That means no more looking back longingly at what you're leaving behind. You're stepping into a new version of yourself, one that's freer from the chains the devil tried to bind you with. The Four of Cups showed you the danger of missing opportunities by staying stuck. Now, death demands you act on that reflection. Don't just sit there wondering, make the move. It might be scary, but the alternative is staying trapped. Remember how Knight of Cups asked you to embrace your dreams and express your emotions? Death isn't dismissing that, it's refining it. The dreams have to evolve now. You can't chase illusions that keep you stuck. Death wants you to be honest. What emotions are truly worth your energy? What dreams align with who you are becoming? It's like a cosmic pruning. Cut away the dead branches and water the roots that will grow into something real. You might write new poetry, start a new creative project, or open your heart to new kinds of love that don't come with strings attached. Don't lie to yourself about fearing the unknown. You're not just scared. You're ready for the new you. The key is to stop resisting. Death says, drop the old story, Scorpio. You've been holding on too tightly. The transformation that's coming is necessary. It will feel like an ending, but it's really the start of your freedom. You already face the devil and Four of Cups. Now, death is the door swinging wide open. Take the step through it. No looking back. No hesitation. The past is a closed book. Your future is blank pages waiting for your pen. What will you write? The High Priestess, reversed. All right, Scorpio, here's where things get tricky. I'm seeing your intuition feels blocked, like a fogged mirror you keep wiping but never clear. You're missing signals, ignoring gut feelings, maybe dismissing those quiet nudges that used to guide you. You knew this already, right? That inner voice you once trusted? It's muffled now. You might be brushing off dreams or signs because they don't fit your current story. Actually, no, this isn't just ignoring, it's deeper. It's a disconnection from yourself, like you're skimming the surface of your own emotions, afraid to dive in. That's dangerous. The High Priestess reversed warns about secrets too, hidden truths that won't stay buried forever. Maybe you're hiding things, or someone else is keeping info from you. Either way, you're not seeing the whole picture because you've put up walls. Hold on, let me rephrase that. This isn't about just missing clues. It's about actively avoiding the real stuff. You might be playing it safe by sticking to superficial explanations, but that's just a trap. You're in mid-conflict, remember? CH01 and CH02 had you wrestling with chasing dreams versus facing harsh realities, and now you're resisting the transformation you desperately need. The High Priestess reversed throws a spotlight on that resistance. You don't want to admit you're scared of what's lurking beneath. The unknown feels threatening, so you shut down your inner radar. But that only makes you vulnerable to repeating toxic patterns, like the ones the devil warned about earlier. You can't break free if you don't see the chains. Behaviorally, what does this look like? You might find yourself brushing off red flags in relationships or work situations. Maybe you're dismissing feelings that scream, pay attention. You could be ignoring your own dreams or gut instincts because they're uncomfortable or don't fit your neat plans. Instead of soul searching, you stay distracted, busy but lost. The Four of Cups already hinted at this apathy and discontent, and the High Priestess reversed confirms it's not just boredom. It's a block that stops you from moving forward. You're caught in a loop of surface-level thinking. The solution? You need to slow down, Scorpio. Seek solitude and really listen. Write down your dreams, meditate, or journal your thoughts without judgment. Don't let fear of what you might find keep you blind. If you keep dodging this inner work, you risk self-deception. You'll miss crucial signs that could help you heal and grow. You might even sabotage your own progress because you refuse to acknowledge the truth beneath. Remember death from last chapter? That card screamed transformation, endings, and new beginnings. But transformation starts inside. You must confront the hidden parts of yourself, even when it hurts. The High Priestess reversed is a wake-up call. Stop running from your own wisdom. Trust your instincts again, even if they lead you into uncomfortable places. It's time to uncover secrets, face fears, and break the silence that's holding you hostage. You've already begun shedding toxic ties and outdated mindsets. Now deepen that work by reconnecting with your inner voice. Don't lie to yourself, Scorpio. Your soul knows the way, but only if you stop turning your back on it. This chapter isn't about magic or mysticism. It's about raw honesty and self-reflection. You can't move forward with clarity if you keep living in denial. So, take a breath, look inward. The High Priestess reversed demands that you uncover what's hidden and trust what you find. That's how you'll finish this transformation and finally step into the new chapter waiting for you. Six of Swords. Scorpio, I'm seeing a real moment of transition here. You're physically or mentally moving away from something heavy. Six of Swords shouts progress. You didn't just decide to change, you took the steps. Maybe you left a toxic job, started therapy, or walked away from a draining situation that kept you stuck. The Six of Swords is about traveling toward healing. It's a journey, not a snap fix. You packed up your emotional baggage and set sail for calmer waters. You're not ignoring the past, but you're refusing to let it anchor you anymore. That's huge. Hold on, this ties right back to the previous chapters. Remember when you faced the raw truth of toxic patterns with the devil? Now, the Six of Swords shows you're acting on that clarity. You're moving through the transition death demanded, embracing endings to birth new beginnings. You knew that stuck feeling from the Four of Cups, boredom, apathy? It was a signal to break free. And now you're doing it. You're stepping away from the shadows that hid your intuition in the High Priestess reversed. You're no longer ignoring your gut. Instead, you're using that inner wisdom to navigate change. Wait, don't fool yourself. This isn't smooth sailing all the time. You might still feel waves of doubt or moments when you want to turn back. But the Six of Swords reminds you that progress is about persistence. You're crossing from chaos to calm, but the journey requires effort. You're choosing to leave troubles behind rather than drowning in them. That means no more clinging to old ways like you might have before. You're actively seeking peace, not just hoping it finds you. I'm seeing a pattern here. This chapter pushes you to act on the insights you gained before. You've faced temptation and control, you've acknowledged secrets and blocked intuition, and now you're moving forward. The Six of Swords is your call to keep moving, to physically or mentally relocate to healthier ground. Maybe it's a new environment, a fresh mindset, or a changed routine. Whatever it is, it's a step toward healing. You're not just dreaming anymore, like the Knight of Cups suggested at first. You're doing. Don't slip into the trap of hesitation. Knight of Cups demands action, not contemplation. You knew the Four of Cups warned against staying stuck in apathy or ignoring new offers. The Six of Swords is the antidote. You're taking those offers, stepping into new opportunities. Even when it's uncomfortable, you push through. That's the transformation death promised. You don't just talk about change, you live it. It's a rebirth in motion. Scorpio, This chapter is your turning point. The moment of clarity about hidden truths is now a moment of decisive escape. The Six of Swords shows you're turning your back on toxicity and false comfort. You're choosing growth over fear. Don't lie to yourself, you've been stuck long enough. This is your chance to cross the river, leave the pain behind, and embrace the unknown future with courage. Keep moving forward, keep healing. The journey has just begun. The Hanged Man reversed. Scorpio, I'm seeing a stubborn pause here, a resistance to release old patterns that no longer serve you. You're stuck in a loop, maybe delaying decisions that could shift your path forward. This reversal signals that the moment to sacrifice what's comfortable but limiting is slipping away, and holding tight only deepens the stagnation. Don't lie to yourself, you knew this already. It's time to reassess your priorities without fear or hesitation. Refusing to let go means you're caught in a mental trap, spinning wheels but not moving. You might be procrastinating on that crucial choice, or resisting a fresh perspective because it threatens your control. Actually, no, resisting change at this point is exactly what's blocking the clarity you've been seeking since those earlier revelations about hidden truths. You can't heal or progress if you keep clinging to old viewpoints or habits that chain you down emotionally or mentally. This moment is a test of your willingness to release control and embrace uncertainty. The Hanged Man reversed is screaming, the only way out is through surrender. That surrender isn't defeat. It's the active decision to shift your stance, to stop fighting the flow of transformation you've been invited into since the Death card's call for rebirth. It's no accident that this card appears now, after you've been navigating from toxic entanglements to healing journeys and deep introspection. You're on the brink of breaking free, but the hesitation is palpable. You're tired of waiting, yet the waiting itself is draining you. Take a breath. Let go of needing all the answers before you move. The Hanged Man reversed warns that clinging tight to old sacrifices or indecision only breeds frustration and keeps you locked in place. You might be feeling trapped between the urge to move forward and the fear of losing what's familiar, no matter how confining. The key is to shift your frame of mind, to allow yourself to see the situation from a new angle, even if it feels uncomfortable or risky. You don't have to have it all figured out. Release the illusion that control equals safety. The Knight of Cups romantic idealism from earlier chapters still whispers, "Follow your heart," but now you need to temper that with clear-eyed action. The Hanged Man reversed says, "Stop waiting for the perfect moment or for everything to feel safe. That moment may never come if you stay stuck." This chapter's turning point is about breaking that mental pause and stepping into movement, even if imperfect. Healing isn't linear. It often requires uncomfortable shifts, sacrifices of old roles or beliefs. You're being asked to do that now. I'm seeing that the blockage in your intuition from the High Priestess reversed is partly because you haven't fully released this stuck energy. Your inner voice is muffled by indecision and resistance. Only when you let go of control and embrace new perspectives will the hidden truths you seek become clear again. The Hanged Man reversed challenges you to stop avoiding the discomfort of change. It's demanding action. Reassess, reevaluate, and move, even if it feels like stepping into the unknown. The Six of Swords showed you the way out of past troubles. Now it's on you to take the helm and row. Don't stay frozen in limbo. This chapter's message is urgent. Your growth depends on your willingness to sacrifice the need for certainty and to trust the process of transformation, no matter how slow or confusing it feels. You're on the edge, Scorpio. The choice to move or stay stuck is yours. Choose movement. Choose freedom. All right, Scorpio, we're closing this out with the full picture. Death shows up again, no surprise, insisting that transformation isn't optional, it's mandatory. Of course, endings make way for fresh starts. But here's the twist. The High Priestess, reversed, warns you haven't fully trusted your gut. Secrets and misunderstandings linger beneath the surface, like the pattern you spotted but didn't name. You might have ignored your inner voice, maybe dismissed those gut feelings or dreams that nudged you toward truth. Don't lie to yourself now. It's time to go deeper. Stop skimming the surface where illusions hide. Then the Six of Swords signals progress, the real kind where you physically or emotionally move away from what weighed you down. You left toxicity behind, stepped into healing waters, and started fresh. But hold on, the Hanged Man, reversed, says you're still resisting some change. You might be stuck in indecision, procrastinating on big moves that demand sacrifice. That hesitation blocks your freedom. It's the last barrier. You've done the hard work of moving on, but now you need to release control and trust the process fully. No more stalling. Remember when that reckless energy you're trying to justify first emerged with the Knight of Cups? That charming, dreamy energy nudged you to pursue your heart's desires. But if you let that idealism float you away from reality, you'd get lost in fantasy. Now that card returns like a gentle reminder. Keep expressing your emotions, but ground them in practical steps. Write that poem, yes, but also show up for the work that scares you. The Four of Cups whispers about boredom and apathy, the risk of staying stuck in comfort, waiting for something to change without moving an inch. You can't afford that anymore. Reflect, yes, but then act. And the Devil, oh, that tricky one, reminds you of old chains, addictive patterns, control games, material traps. You've stared them down before, but they're still tempting you to fall back, like when clarity felt uncomfortable. That's why the work you've been avoiding matters so much. It's the work that cuts those chains. It's uncomfortable, messy, and necessary. Overindulging or staying in toxic cycles won't set you free. Facing your fears and taking responsibility will. So here's the deal, Scorpio. The whole story is about embracing change with newfound insight. You've moved through emotional exploration, confronted hidden truths, left toxicity behind, and battled resistance. Now you're on the edge of freedom, but only if you do the work you've been dodging. That work isn't just the big dramatic stuff. It's the everyday choices to listen to your intuition, make tough decisions, and break old habits. It's the work that forces you out of your comfort zone and into growth. Don't wait. Don't stall. The Knight of Cups still offers that creative spark. The High Priestess, reversed, challenges you to trust your inner wisdom, and Death demands transformation. The Six of Swords is your passage to peace, but the Hanged Man reversed warns that without action, you'll stay stuck. The Four of Cups shows that discontent can either be a trap or a call to change, and the Devil reminds you that freedom requires courage to confront what binds you. The work you've been avoiding is the work that sets you free. So take that step. Face that fear. Follow your heart, but keep your feet on the ground. This is your finale, Scorpio. Make it count. Okay, that's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please like, subscribe, tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.